Hi, I'm Wendy Frieden, and I am a physician assistant, and I'm also a breast cancer survivor. In December of 2016, I was doing a self-breast exam at home, and I felt a very small, hard pea-sized mass in the right breast. I really didn't think anything of it. I thought it wasn't a big deal. I didn't have any risk factors for breast cancer. I'm not a smoker. I nursed all my children. I am an exerciser, no family history. I do my mammograms every year. And I blew it off for a few weeks and decided, it's no big deal. It's nothing. I'll just get it checked out later. And sure enough, it turns out a few weeks later, I decided to get a diagnostic mammogram. And they called me back and said, this is very suspicious for cancer. A few days later, I had a biopsy, which confirmed it. And it showed I had invasive ductal carcinoma, which is the most common form of breast cancer. I actually had 2 spots on the breast. I had only felt one, but there was actually 2 primary breast cancers. They were both estrogen and progesterone fueled, and which means it's fueled by female hormones. And within a matter of 3 weeks, I had an appointment with an oncologist, a radiation oncologist, a plastic surgeon, and a general surgeon. And within those 3 weeks, I had a whole treatment plan. You kind of run through all the emotions when you're facing something like this. So it was one day I'm crying, the next day I'm going to be strong and a warrior, and the next day I'm thinking of my kids and how am I going to work and where is the money source going to come from. So there are a lot of emotions, and as a PA, it made me understand better from a patient perspective, not just from a provider perspective. And so 3 weeks after diagnosis, I had a double mastectomy. During the mastectomy, they actually take tissue and send it off if you're early breast cancer, which I was, and they test it to see what your risk of reoccurrence is. And mine actually came back a few weeks later with being high risk. So my oncologist recommended chemotherapy, which I finished in June. And then in July, I had a hysterectomy because we needed to remove the female hormones as a source for fuel. And then I had reconstruction in August. And now here I am ready to regrow my hair and eyebrows and eyelashes. And I get to go back into my career and actually use my personal journey to educate and help women, but now on a personal level, not just from a health practitioner level. It's just, I felt like God put me on this journey for a reason, and that's to help educate other women on the importance of doing your self-breast exams, your regular mammograms, and to limit your risk factors for breast cancer in the future. There's a lot of information out there that can be very confusing for patients. One agency says start your mammograms at 40. Another one says at 50, and I can't tell you how many women I see that either don't know that, or they're scared to have a mammogram, or, well, I don't ever check my own breast tissue, and it's very, very important. And I highly recommend it for women in their 20s to start, at least with the self-breast exam, and learn your family history if you can. If your mother had breast cancer, then you're going to want to start your mammograms at least 10 years prior to when she was diagnosed. So I think God put me on this journey to actually help other patients. So I'm definitely honored to be the ambassador of Bras for the Cause 2017.